Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Time. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we exchange news from our city, state, and country, and comments that you provide, questions. This morning, I must admit, I am shamelessly distracted because I've been watching Claudia Sheinbaum's inauguration ceremony on YouTube and enjoying all the protocol, and I'll talk about that in a second. But first, how is everybody doing today? It is Tuesday. It is beautiful outside, or at least there's a nice cool breeze this morning that I'm enjoying very much. I hope wherever you are that you're having a good morning and that you're ready for a little bit of connection, a little bit of news, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're going to start with the two big news of the day, of course, are the fact that we have a new mayor and a new president here in town. In a formal ceremony, Luis Munguia of the Partido Verde, or Green Party, became Puerto Vallarta's new mayor yesterday. During the event, the 39-year-old mayor vowed to govern with strong principles and values and anticipated that there will be legal action against irregularities found in the transition process. If there are, all we can say is we keep our fingers crossed to make sure that people that behaved irresponsibly will be indeed prosecuted. Now, Banderas News offered an article about the ceremony in English. In case you wish to read more without having to rely on Google Translate, here you can find out more information about Munguia's ceremony. And today, of course, is a federal holiday because we're also going through the inauguration of President Sheinbaum as a new president of Mexico. The formal inauguration ceremony for Mexico's first female president is going on at present time. The ceremony began at 9 a.m. with a series of speeches offered by representatives of the different parties here in Mexico. This was still going on as of a few minutes ago. I was watching live on YouTube. And after the speeches are over, President López Obrador is expected to arrive at Congress, followed by Claudia Sheinbaum, at which point there will be the official transfer of the band, the official emblem of Mexico, and she will become our new president. The official emblem for the government of Mexico, which is not the same as the one that you wear as president of the country. This one is the emblem for the government itself. It has changed under Sheinbaum's presidency, and it now includes a portrait of a young indigenous-looking woman holding our flag. The feature in this emblem, Sheinbaum stated in a press release yesterday, the features are an acknowledgement of the women from our original tribes and a sign of respect and admiration for the deep humanist roots that identify our history through our languages, cultures, traditions, and strength of our people through history. So it is an important day for national news. And of course, after the broadcast is over, I will go back to watching the inauguration ceremony with lots of excitement and lots of anticipation. Of course, after that, it'll be work as usual, or she'll get busy with whatever it is that she has to do, and we'll keep you posted on that as always. Now let's take a quick look at the weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. Ooh, it's partly cloudy. Fuckface. That's what snarky weather has to say this morning. I can see that it is 29 degrees right now, and humidity is at 75%, which is much better than yesterday. Our weather forecast says that we're going to have mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 31%, a high of 31, and a low of 25. Then tomorrow we can expect mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a 41% chance of rain, a high of 32, and a low of 25. And then on Thursday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 63%, a high of 31, and a low of 25. Not bad. And now I want to share a couple of other things with you. One is new, and the other two are just reminders. First of all, thank you to Banderas News, who once again offers the latest news from the PuRR Project. We'd like to amplify this article whenever possible because we like kitty cat and we like the work that this no-kill feline shelter just north of Puerto Vallarta does on behalf of our feline friends. If you want to read about it, you can find out more details in our show notes. I also want to remind you that tomorrow on the Spotlight, we'll get to learn all kinds of wonderful things about Christ Church of the Sea. Thanks to our Spotlight guest, Maria Ammerman. She will talk about the activities conducted by this church, the services they have, and most importantly, an upcoming Blessing of the Animals ceremony that we can all take part on if we desire to do so. And last but not least, I have been working on the scheduling and the design of the flyers for my upcoming music appreciation presentations, which, as you know, we're going to have our original composer, not original, our redo of our Mexican composer presentation is the one that is coming up. Let me put that on the screen just as a quick reminder. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. This is the next one, Mexico's Soulful Storytellers. This is a rescheduled one because if you remember, we had some technical problems when this was set to be presented in September. Oh my goodness, and I'm showing you the old flyer that still shows the old date. My bad. The date for the next one, which is going to be... Oh, where are you? Oh, it's going to be on the 10th of October, not of September. The 10th of October is when we're going to take a look at the life and legacies of 5 influential Mexican traditional songwriters: Agustín Lara, Consuelo Velázquez, Armando Manzanero, José Alfredo Jiménez, and Juan Gabriel. These are traditional songs. And then I'm finally getting this out of my system. I've been wanting to do something on Carole King, and this is one of 2 music appreciation presentations that I want to do just because I've been wanting to talk about these composers for some time. The first one is Carole King. This will be on October 23rd, and I still don't have the poster finished, but the next one will be on November 7th, and it's going to be called My Favorite Rachmaninoff. This is something else that I have been wanting to get out of my system for some time. And what else do we have? We have gratitude. We're going to do a presentation on songs of gratitude on the 21st of the month of November, so we're getting all excited about that. And one thing I forgot to mention to you is that on the 29th of October, I am going to redo my Day of the Dead presentation, which was very well attended last year. A lot of people have a lot of curiosity about Day of the Dead, which is the next big important holiday that is coming up. As you know, Day of the Dead is celebrated on November 2nd. It is just after Halloween, but they are completely unrelated activities. And I've been starting to field questions about when the celebrations will begin. We don't have specific answers. Usually, the city starts putting up Day of the Dead related events and ornaments about a week and a half prior to the actual event. The actual event is always on November 2nd, but as soon as we start finding out of more activity that is going on, we will let you know. And of course, if you want to know everything you can find out about the history, the tradition, the ritual of Day of the Dead, you may want to consider attending my music appreciation presentation. I will be finalizing the posters and the posters and flyers for my next presentations, and I will be sharing them with you in the show notes as usual. And now let us take a quick look at this, and then let's take a look at your comments this morning. Do lots of good mornings. I love it. What? A chachalaca smashed into my living room window this morning. Oh no. That's not good for the chachalaca, and that's not good for the window. Let's see what else we have. We have lots of good mornings, and I appreciate it. Brian says countdown is on. We don't know what we're counting, but that's good to know. Many good mornings. Deborah says, I love this new emblem. There's a lot of enthusiasm for Claudia Shanebaum. There's a lot of enthusiasm manifested by women. So I'm excited. It is nice to see you, Stan. I was in your neck of the woods yesterday getting my acupuncture treatment. Which one is it? It's this ear. I don't know if you can see. No, you cannot really see, but my right ear looks like a Christmas tree. Let's see what else we have. Boom, 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 boom. Luna says the PuRR Project is perfect. Yes, she does. Right, Luna? Luna's chilling next to me as usual. Let's see. Deborah says, love Carole King, so beautiful on Broadway. How lucky are you? How wonderful. I would have loved to see that. I'm hoping they'll make a video of that at some point. Tony says, PuRR Project and Sula Society are awesome. You know, I kind of know of Sula Society. I don't know much about them, but I'm glad to hear your endorsement. I hope that somebody from Sula Society will reach out to us at some point and let us know what they're up to, because we love to amplify positive actions whenever possible. Let's see. Chun, 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 chun. Dun, dun, dun. Laura's counting days, 26 days. Counting to when I come into town next Monday. Albert, it'll be great to see you. Kathy says, can you please pronounce por qué and por qué for me? Duolingo keeps failing me for saying it incorrectly. Oh my God, that is tricky. Because por qué is just a single word and is used whenever you are asking a question. Why? That's what it means. Why? ¿Por qué no te has suscrito a Coffee and Headlines? Why haven't you subscribed to Coffee and Headlines? That is a question. And the answer would be porque no sabía, because I didn't know. Well, now you know. It's a subtle thing. Kathy, I have no experience with Duolingo, so I would not know what their parameters are, but it's essentially the same pronunciation. There's no reason why it would change. How interesting. Da, 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 da. Christy, it's always great to read you whenever you're here, whether it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. I'm sorry, that was a silly, silly Carole King pun. Um, it's too late. Get it? Never mind. Never mind. I'm so excited to talk about Carole King, not only because of who she is and what she's accomplished, but because she is an important representative of all those composers that worked at the Brill Building in New York. And they were hired to be. Is this interesting to you? Let me talk a little bit about it. See, Carole King became a composer at a time in which composers were either composers or singers. You couldn't be both. So she worked in a small cubicle in a building in New York called the Brill Building, where a lot of composers were writing hit songs for the performers of the time. I'm talking about people like Neil Diamond, Neil Sedaka, Burt Bacharach, Hal David, Carole King, and there were many others. And her Tapestry album is essentially her rebellion against the norm of the time, where she goes, you know what? I may be a songwriter and I may have written great songs for other people like Locomotion and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman and whatnot. But I'm going to record my album and I am going to be a singer as well. And of course, that's what got us Tapestry. And I can't wait to talk about it. Can you tell? Because I'm already talking about it, but I'm going to stop now because I am just too excited about this. Anyhow, let's see. It's too late for that joke. I get your hint, my dear. I will stop the broadcast now. It is time to wrap things up. As always, Vicky says, I still have my Tapestry album, the original. I must have been 12 when that album came out. And I remember my older cousins singing it all the time. It was absolutely funny. Anyhow, we're wrapping things up here. It is time to continue watching our presidential inauguration. I'll keep you posted if there's anything interesting going on there. But as always, I thank you not only for your contributions, but I thank you always for subscribing, for following, for clicking on the bell, for talking about all these things that we do here. It goes a long way and it is much appreciated. I hope you have a great day today. And I hope to see you tomorrow morning for more Coffee and Headlines. Have a great one.